Hi everybody and welcome to Midlife Gamer. Over the festive period I kept seeing trailers on YouTube for a game called Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, and it really started to look like a kind of game I might like to investigate further. I played a bit of Elder Scrolls in the past, games like Skyrim, Fallout, and it's been a while since I've tackled something this in depth. So I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about the complexity of this. I'm excited to relearn some deep RPG systems, and I'm fully expecting to miss quite a lot of things here and make some questionable decisions along the way. This is going to be a blind and honest playthrough. I have no guides, no pretending I know what I'm doing or anything like that. So without further ado, let's jump in and see if Tainted Grail turns out to be something I really enjoy.
The all-consuming Red Death. 600 years ago, King Arthur led the great escape from the homelands, where our kingdoms were ravaged by the plague. Leading people to Avalon, he started the Age of Conquest and took the island from the Four-Dwellers. Using the mysterious powers of Menhirs, together with Merlin, they cleansed the land of the weirdness, a primordial force of chaos and possibility. But now, long after the death of the king, Camelot is in shambles as Avalon fractures into chaos. Old legends are gone, and the weirdness is creeping back into our lands. The bleeding heart of the plague has started beating once more. And the Red Death has returned. Rulers of the island asylum, an order of the Red Priests, are desperate to stop it by any means necessary. Rotting in one of their cells is a stranger who might bring a spark of change to this cursed island stuck in everlasting autumn.
Wow, that was interesting. So we've already seen King Arthur there looking like his best years are behind him. And Merlin's been alluded to as well. It feels like we're seeing what's left after everything's gone wrong with the legends and now a distant memory, and feels like a world in decline. Interestingly enough, I actually come from what is meant to be the birthplace of Merlin, although I'm fairly sure quite a few places also claim to do that, so take that with a pinch of salt. They mentioned something called the Red Death there, which already sounds not brilliant and feels like something that's affecting the whole world here. So let's have a look at the character creation. Alright, we have the standard character creation stuff here, so nothing too complex. I'm going to stick with a male character. And yeah, we've got basically two body options. You can be absolutely jacked or you can be normal, which is very relatable to me. And seeing as we really are in the world of fantasy, I'm going to go with the muscular build. Why not? I haven't done a ton of research on this one. I'm going in a bit blind, but I'm hoping this gives you the Elder Scrolls style freedom where you can grow into a play style rather than locking into a class straight away. I usually go for a mage spellcaster build in everything I do. Right, what do we want to do with his face here? I'm not aiming for an exact copy of myself, just something close enough that he doesn't feel a bit weird. That one's most probably the closest, although I'm fairly sure my large nose was last seen on one of the other options. Eye colour's green, that's easy for me, and yep, those eyebrows will do, that feels about right. Alright, face details next. I do like to give my characters a few scars, just a bit of history, you know, makes it feel like they've actually lived a life. Yeah, that works. Looks like I've seen a few fights, maybe taken a punch or two, little split lip there, nice. Hairstyles. Honestly, the very first option there is basically my hair right now. Mine's considerably thinner though these days, but close enough. Although technically, I think it's heading in that direction. More of a darky brown, yeah. Facial hair. I'm more of a 3-day stubble type guy, not really a full woodland creature like some of these options here. So nothing really fitting for me, so clean shaven it is. Okay, I don't really like face paints, but I'll have a quick look through them. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. Although that dragon one looks kind of cool, but no, I'm not going to bother. Let's enter our name as Midlife. Players who want the experience story with minimal challenge. Enemies are forgiven and resources are plentiful. Sit back, relax and enjoy the journey. Adventurer, balanced experience. Combat is fair but requires focus. Mistakes are punished but recovery is possible. Designed for experienced players. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go for veteran just yet. I'm going to stick with, let's go for the middle of the road adventurer.
Rise and shine. Yes, it's me again. And I hope this time you'll cooperate without me needing to repeatedly hit you in the face, eh?
So we're in a cell. I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly, back in the day when I did play Elder Scrolls Online, you started off in very similar fashion.
Look, we just have to get this over and done with. Unless you want a visit from someone upstairs. And trust me, you don't. Just like before, no food until we're done here. And the moment you start getting on my nerves, we're going back to my tried and tested fists. So, tell me, what were you doing in the forest when the Red Shields caught you?
Taking a dump. Okay, so our response here basically tells us our playstyle. I always tend to go mage. I always like the glass cannon. I don't know why, because I die an awful lot, but that seems to be I was seeking an ancient site of worship. You get one-handed +3, light armor +3, magic +6. I think that's what I've got to go with.
Yeah, you look like one of those half-starved druids who survived the Charred Conclave. We've picked almost all of you up from the forest by now, so there aren't many of you crooks left out there. So, you're a tree hugger then? So that's why I keep punching you, yet you look suspiciously healthy. We'll make more of a challenge for you soon enough. Okay, that was easier than I expected. Now, unfortunately, we'll have to start...
Oof, right in the neck. Honestly, at least that shuts him up.
I've always found it puzzling that these people won't bathe. You, I understand. You're literally rotting in this damned cell, but them? There's just no excuse for the stench. There they are, finally. I know, you've a million questions, but they'll have to wait. One of these keys will open your cell. When you get out, head left. I'll scout ahead.
Okay, I don't even know who that guy was, but I did mess up there. I clicked an option immediately without actually reading what it did. Something about a tree hugger choice. Classic noob mistake, straight out the gate. I'm not sure if the game's going to let us review or confirm those decisions later, like you can do in some similar games. Hopefully, it doesn't have a massive impact on our build, but I might need to go back and reread what I just agreed to there. So we can open equipment. But yeah, we're looking very veiny there. What's that all about? I guess I'm infected with the Red Death, am I? Got statuses, we've got dash, Red Death. You are sick and will soon die. There is no cure for the Red Death, so we've obviously caught this disease, the plague that's going round. What a bleak outlook in life we have. Okay, I think we just need to get out of the cell. Can I search him? Oh, yes. So we can get some mead. We've got a broken arrow. I don't know what that's going to do for us. We've got a broken wooden club. Might as well take it all. I am like a loot goblin me. I'll gobble up all loot where possible. So, can I equip that? Alright, so it looks like I've got a magic spell here. The first one, Blood Transfusion. I'm pretty sure this popped up during the whole tree-hugging, panic-clicking incident earlier. We don't need to go into that. Continuously drains health from the target, healing you instead. Honestly, that doesn't sound too bad. I'm not sure what the other option would have given me, but the spell damage enemies and keeps me alive at the same time feels like a solid pickup at this stage. Can I equip this in my hand, right? Is that how that works? Alright, and in the other hand, we've got ourselves a broken club. So we've got magic in one hand and blunt force trauma in the other. Let's go ahead and equip all the clothes we've looted off the corpse outside the cell. Anything to cover up whatever was going on with our veins earlier. Yeah, already looking a lot better. Alright, quick slots. What we've got mead. Consumption leads to inebriation. Amen. So, this gives us a drunk status, boosts melee damage but makes us noisier and lower crit chance. Honestly, if I am leaning towards a magic focus build, that doesn't really help us, I don't think, because nothing says powerful wizard like slurring a spell and accidentally blowing up the floor instead of the enemy, does it? Alright, he said to turn left down here, didn't he? But can we just quickly check in these cells? I mean, we could do with a torch. It's pretty dark in this place. Ooh, nice. We found a first health potion. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here, though. Not sure what that is, but you know the rule with me. I'm an absolute loot goblin. If it exists and I can pick it up, it's coming with me. If it's shiny, it's mine. Even if it's a bowl of gruel, that's also mine. Looks like Ethan's seen better days. The 7 commandments. First came the prophets, then came the word is sacred. The Pope, his cardinals and his priests receives the word is the way. We are all brothers and sisters starving for the word is sustenance. Together in holy suffering we walk the pilgrim's path, the word is our strength. We repent by facing the trial of the plague, the word is our cure. The priests clad in red guide us towards grace. Yeah, it's a very religious. Yeah, I'm not going to keep reading all these. If you want to have a look through, you can do. There you go. Ramblings of a Wary Mind. Not sure if these books lead to quests or anything, but it's probably worth just skimming through them. Looks like it's actually been added to some kind of journal or lore section there, so we'll dig into that later. Ooh, there's someone in here. Not sure if they're friendly. My gut says no. I need to be a little bit more cautious around here. So dashing back is Alt. Ah, there we go. Control is Duck, so I can't really say. But I can't lockpick anyway, so... A heart. Okay, so this guy's saying we're not sick and they're not curing us. And by the sounds of it, he's been gargling with broken glass for fun, trying to end his misery. Still, doesn't explain why there was a human heart on the floor here. I picked it up anyway. That is purely for alchemy purposes, definitely not because I enjoy collecting body parts. That would be weird. Can't get in there. Is this the guy we need to meet? Alright, let's just take a quick look at what I'm working with here, weapon-wise again. So we've got Blood Transfusion, which is a light cast spell, and then in the other hand we've got the Broken Wooden Club. So stamina cost is 11, and it's going to do about 8 to 10 damage. And I don't know why that's in green, is that the crit or something? Anyway. We've got ourselves a couple of health potions in here. I'm sure I'm going to need them. I'll need to figure out how we go about hotkeying them, because I'm definitely going to need to keep them handy. Ooh, okay, he's thoroughly murked. I thought he was the guy we were waiting for, but no, he's got an arrow in the neck. And of course, we're going to take everything he has. Quick inventory scan. Yeah, all the gear we grabbed is just standard guard issue, nothing special, maybe worth a few coins to somebody on the outside. That is if I ever get out. There is somebody over there. Do I let them out? Oh, we actually have a couple of people in cells here. Are they alive? Yeah, they look messed up.
Do you see what
Ooh,
miracle
Miracle
I am?
might be pushing it a little there.
Healed. I am no longer sick.
Healed? Really? I'd hate to see the other guys. Let's go with what happened to you.
The depths, filled with the weirdness. Oh, and a chamber. It was rather dreadful, I must admit. They left me here for some time. I can't quite remember. I felt everything within me turn inside out, then settle back into place once more. I thought I was dying, but now all is well. The worst is behind me.
Well, you got to love the optimism there. Keep it up. Let's go with can I help? However, I am thinking this is a lost cause.
You don't need to help me. The Red Priests already did. They cured me. Thanks to them, I feel just fine now. I hope the same fate awaits you and you'll no longer suffer.
I'm getting out of here.
Have a nice day, kind sir.
Wish you all the best, Lisa. You don't look too great. Do you mind if I just take your cup? Oh, we've got another miracle here. Is he going to be as mad as Lisa?
Drip, drip, drip. Do you hear it? Soon the king will return. I told the priests. They laughed. But they'll soon see for themselves. Drip, drip, drip. The storm is gathering.
Yep, he sure was. He's an extra step up the crazy ladder compared to
At
Lisa.
last, the age of resurrections shall end. And then, the once and future king will return. I cannot wait to behold his radiance. Drip after drip. With each drop, it gets closer and closer. None of us are free. We are all bound. All bound. And to go? No. I don't want to. I found my place to await the king. You can go if you want. But you won't get far. We're all bound. All bound. Drip after drip. Closer and closer.
Oh, God, didn't think Helge was going to shut up then. Almost had his own podcast at one point. Not too bad on the voice acting there, honestly, especially for two completely unimportant NPCs. That's nice. Oh, what's this? Oh, I guess I'm going to come across somebody here now. Should have been quiet. Tap block right before the enemy attacks to land and execute a parry. A successful parry prevents all damage and drains a hefty amount of the enemy's stamina. Right, quick footnote before we get murdered. This mechanic only works if you've got a shield equipped, so not if you're playing as a magic user. Which means if things go wrong, which the most probably are about to do, I'm probably about to get splattered. I'm guessing there is somebody around this corner here. Yep, Red Priest. Looks like our first proper fight. Oh, I spotted immediately. And he gets a first hit in there.
My faith will not falter.
I need to actually hold the drain magic button down, not just click it once. Lesson learned. Yeah, I didn't do too great though. Alright, he had a dagger on him. Definitely taking that. Wow, he fell very awkwardly there. Looks like a full-on roast chicken on a plate pose. Let's see if any of this loot improves us. Yeah, the dagger's better than the broken club. 1 extra damage in both min and max, so easy upgrade for us there. I'm going to stick with the leather hood as well. The cowl offers absolutely 0 protection. Looks like the rest of the gear is the same or worse, so nothing else worth swapping out at this moment in time. Sure, there must be some goodies around here. Alright, we found another brain. A lot of people running around with no brains around here. Some cutting implements too. Looks like something or someone has been chopped up big time in here. Naturally, we're going to take everything. Okay, that's a big skull. Looks like something dragon-like. I was expecting a bit more, though, but obviously not. And that's our original cell, I think. What's this say? Ah, looks like I missed Helge the Talker, the bio on the wall there. And one for Lisa as well. Can I open any of these? Can I read any books? No. So this cell is locked. You'd think the dead guard outside would have had a key on him for convenience, if nothing else. Oh, what the hell's that? Ooh, undead. Honestly, these controls are throwing me off because I'm having to press my left mouse button for my magic cast, which is in my right hand, and the right button is for my sword, which is in my left hand. It really is frying my brain. I'm trying to figure it out in the midst of a fight. I'm just panicking. The old green matter won't connect the dots here. The undead are mindless husks, stripped of soul and will, hollowed of their humanity. They move only by the magic that binds them. They feel no pain, know no fear, and crave nothing except to feed, to tear, and to obey a master who cares nothing for them. Who they once were no longer matters. Now they are empty vessels, cursed to wander Avalon until time or steel finally reduces them to dust. Oh, there's another bloody one of these things now. Can I not get that? I found it really confusing because I'm pressing my left mouse button for my magic cast. Can I put that there? Why is that? Why am I pressing? Why have I moved? Oh, that's confusing as hell. I'm still struggling to map these mouse buttons in my head. I need to take a proper look at that in a minute. Where's he gone? I'm not sure I like this. These things just keep spawning on me. Also, blood transfusion has the range of a polite handshake, it seems, so I need the undead to come to me. Ah, I missed that attack. Yep, it counted. Finally got him, but I'm doing a lot of kiting with that undead. I don't know if that was intended gameplay or me just blind panic. Most probably the latter. Oh, there's another one of those bloody undead down there. And where did he go? Now you see me, now you don't. Disappearing dead guy. Let's have a quick loot. I'm fully expecting him to appear behind me. Yep, there he is peeking around the corner, just waiting for me to turn my back. Oh wow, here he comes. Big 3-hit combo there. Thought I dodged the first two and then I ate the third. Alright, healing up before I become a dead noob dungeoneer. Health potions are now on the quick slot, usable with X button. Hopefully that's all undead now. However, I've got a funny feeling they are just going to keep respawning here. We've got a door, but before opening that, let's check around. We've got another dead priest. Not sure if that's our friend or if it's the undead killing them too. Don't know what Devil's Snare is, but I'll take it. Oh, come on! There's another one. Where are these things coming from? That was a little bit better, but I am still fighting with these controls. Don't have any lockpicks. Let's have a quick check on the quest. I must find the mysterious knight deeper in the dungeon. And all these cells are locked. Alright, time out. So I actually stopped here for a minute and had a proper read through a few things, mainly the settings, trying to have a look at the controls here. I'm trying to wrap my head around which mouse button controls which skill. So my magic is in my left hand, but it's cast with my right mouse button, or is it, let me just check, is it right hand magic is cast with the left mouse button? Either way, it's backwards, and my brain is hating it, especially during combat. I couldn't find anything in the settings, and it is starting to get to me, so I figured I'd pause and check through some forums as well. And from what I can tell, it's just how the game works, and you can't actually rebind it. So no matter which way you have it, magic in your left hand will always be controlled by the right mouse button, and vice versa. It is incredibly confusing, especially in combat, and I really don't know why it's set up that way. If anybody does have a workaround or wants to tell me I'm talking rubbish, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, now, you might have noticed I've actually got a different spell equipped here. At the very start of the video, I accidentally clicked through a dialogue option too quickly, and it ended up giving me the life-draining spell while I was reviewing things. I've decided to restart the game just to see what I'd missed if I picked the other option during the whole, let's say, the tree-hugging incident. Turns out, if I'd gone the other way, I would have gotten this Burning Ember spell, which we can see right here. And honestly, throwing fireballs is just way more fun. I mean, if you're going to do magic, you may as well set things on fire. I played around with it briefly, and it definitely feels that little bit more enjoyable than slowly ciphering health away. So I restarted again and worked my way back to the exact same point. Just being completely honest and upfront, there was no really way I was going to hide this or camouflage it. You probably noticed something was up when I suddenly started throwing fire bombs instead of gently draining people. Everything else is mostly the same. Well, I say mostly. I have also found a cooking station early on. I did miss quite a few little things early on in the game and tried a few recipes. So hopefully we'll see more of that as the game goes on. I also picked up a couple of lockpicks en route. And as we passed a few cells down this corridor, I figured we'd go back and test this lockpicking out. Ooh, there's a pickaxe there. I didn't definitely take in that. Anyway, before opening any doors that are almost certainly hiding some angry person on the other side, let's go and try the lockpicking first. One important thing to note here is that since I don't have the life draining spell anymore, I need to be much more careful with my health from here on in. Healing is going to come in from food and potions, so I'm most probably going to be button mashing that X button during combat, especially with my confusion over which button controls which action. Alright, let's try some lockpicking. Alright, so it looks like the standard lockpicking type mini-games we get in games like Skyrim, etc. Wow, it moves really fast, to be honest. Definitely quicker than I was expecting there. Sensitivity must be whacked way up here. Oh, well, that weren't very good, was it? Oh, this isn't going well at all. That was meant to be an easy lock, by the way, and I made it look harder than it needed to be. It's very similar to the lockpicking games that I've found in the games that I used to play back in the day, but the only issue there is it was very fast to go from one point to another with my mouse, and so I don't know if I need to adjust my settings with my mouse there, so that isn't the case. Wasn't the greatest, was it? 4 lockpicks lost in that. And for the cost of what? A brain? And a heart. We've got a big glass bottle, we'll take that. Well, I've got a brain. We have an experimental treatment report worth 4 lockpicks, I'm sure. I received 3 patients with mild Red Death symptoms and tested a new treatment using my... Anybody want to have a guess at that? Word beast, bone meal? Patient 1 had typhoid, not Red Death, so I burned the body. Patient 2, by day 3, she acted erratically, scratching, pulling her hair and screaming. By day 5, she nearly broke free before her heart failed her. Her autopsy may yield more insight. I hope that wasn't her heart I just picked up then. Little effect, the disease progressed at the usual pace, but his mind is clear. I'll continue observing. So that was patient 3. Conclusion, despite mixed results, I don't consider the treatment a failure. If adverse effects are reduced, this could be closer to a cure. And there we've got another brain. There's a basket there, I'll take that. And there's nothing else on the tables. I'm guessing that's one of our patients, unfortunately, but that wasn't really worth my 3 lockpicks. Let's try again, see if we can see how fast it goes. It's... Oh, is it more this way? Ooh, got it first time. Pure luck, I think, but progress is progress. We've got another one of these giant skulls. I'll take the medic saw, just because I can. Oh, we've got some health potions. Monster health board. I'm not sure what that's for. Another brain. Some really disgusting pictures. And notes on mutations. Oh dear. Don't fancy yours much. The mutational changes are not significant, although they span the internal organs. The heart enlarged to the size of 2 adult fists, increased pulmonary function. Among the contents of the stomach are remains of undigested human flesh, most probably belonging to the deceased. So he's eating himself. That doesn't sound great, does it? Mutation area, overall amalgamation of human and porcine internal organs, and 2-chambered stomach with significantly increased capacity, and an unnatural tissue fusing the hooves with the body. The heads joined together in shapes worse than any nightmare. So porcine, is that like meaning pig? And he's got hooves, so that's a little bit disgusting. Ooh. Ah. So is that the door we found earlier that didn't open? Maybe just go and quickly have a nosy. I think that is going to be the case. Yeah, we've been down here and looted everything. Okay. Okay, so we know what's through that door now, didn't we? Because I was supposed to come back and check on that once I cleared that room out, but obviously had forgotten. What's behind door number 3? Alright, definitely getting better at this, at least for now anyway. I managed to pick that lock without breaking another lockpick again, and we even leveled up our thieving skill at the same time. Quick side note here, I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but the game does that classic Skyrim Elder Scrolls thing where the more you use a skill, it levels up. So opening a lock actually gave us a leveling in thieving there, which is nice to see. I've noticed the same thing happening with sneaking around too. Moving around in stealth is steadily increasing the sneak skill. Father Vaughn's notes. Let's have a look what Father Vaughn has to say. Catherine, poor Catherine. 7 months pregnant, typical of the Red Death, pale red spots on the face, neck and arms, cause of death, childbirth. Oh dear. Exposure to the wiredness might have altered the woman's psyche. She had anger outbursts. As for physical alteration, the fetus seemed to be much more affected by the wiredness than the mother, as it absorbed it all. After the first standard session, the fetus started to grow rapidly. After the second session, its mass had tripled. It needed to be extracted from the womb. The torso and head of the fetus were unnaturally overgrown, but its limbs were weak and flabby. Despite its monstrous appearance, it turned out to be of good viability. More research on subject number 38038 to follow. The mother did not survive the procedure. Oh, that's tragic. So, this disease is obviously mutating not just people, but also unborn babies that are in the womb, which is horrendous. Take the big glass bottle. Oh dear. Very sad. Nothing else in here. Okay, so we can't get into this room because there's no cell door here to unlock. That probably means that we're going to look to get entry to it behind this door here, which we left closed earlier. Brother Sefton, I would like to remind you of what I've mentioned numerous times before, namely the Alchemy station should be cleaned after each use, especially when you are so careless with caustic and toxic substances. I also recommend that you refresh your elementary knowledge about the ingredients of healing concoctions. Those are alcohol and sage, not poisonous plants and hearts. If this kind of negligence continues, I will be forced to ask Father Vaughan to revoke your privilege to use the laboratory. May the word of the prophet be your grace, Brother Aaron. So it actually must put a little bit of a clue there. To make healing potions, we actually need alcohol and sage. I have no idea what he was making. Yeah, so we have actually unlocked a healing potion recipe. I've got a feeling we're going to find some people to fight behind this door. Can I go in? I need a laboratory key, and I haven't got that. Where's the laboratory key then? Maybe it's down here. What we got down here? Another guard with an arrow in his back.
Sage and alcohol. It's the simplest recipe. I can't believe I have to keep repeating myself.
There's a laboratory key.
Young ones are. They dream of dissecting fort dwellers, yet they can't remember the basics.
Can't see where these guys are.
You must first know how to fling
I can't actually see them where they were. So my sneak's going up nicely there. I have picked up the key.
The young are eager to make their mark as quickly as possible.
Any novice who can't remember the recipe for a basic healing potion.
I did see one guy there.
Our patience.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be wise or beneficial to our patients. Brewing a simple healing potion doesn't require advanced training.
But I do feel like there's more down there. Gonna go back up here and check out this room now. Alright, yeah, it's pretty clear there's gonna be a red priest behind this door. Oh, there he is. Let's try hitting him with a bit of fire. Wow, that was brutal. I don't know how I did that. Yeah, that worked really well this time. I'm starting to definitely get the hang of these controls now, even with the mouse buttons being the wrong way around. Looks like we can't move him. There's no drag body option here, so hopefully the game isn't running some kind of alarm system where the guards freak out if they find a body. Okay, let's try my health potion then. Brilliant. What I can do... So to go through your quick slot, you just keep pressing C till you get the one you want. And then when you're ready, you click X, which is quite handy. See anything else going on here? No, so let's have a search around what we've got going on here. Ninian. Oh, he's alive.
You're not one of them. Please, free me.
Well, I'm being a bit hypocritical if I'm saying I can't release you because you spread the plague when I've got it myself and I'm been released.
That's not the kind of freedom I'm asking for. There's no saving me now. Even if I could escape, I'd only be putting others at risk. You have to kill me. And when it's done, please, take my tags to the Horns of the South. Let Fergus know I didn't run. He's the quartermaster of the Horns of the South. It's a keep. If you make it out, you should be able to see its lighthouses from the beach.
I don't have it in me to kill you, that's not who I am. I understand your pain, close your eyes. I have a feeling that's the way. Let's just listen to it.
It's not about you. It's mercy. No decent god wants their followers to suffer. Think of it as carrying out the will of whoever you believe in.
Okay. I'm not going to let him suffer.
Thank you. May the All-Mother bless you.
Magic or the knife? Let's go with the knife. Sorry, Ninian. So we've got his tag, and we've got some new pants there. Let's just see if those new pants are any better than the ones that I'm wearing. They are. An extra 1 armour, so we'll go with Ninian's pants. He giveth after his life. Oh, so we've got an alchemy station here, so I think I've got a few bits. Available recipes. So we can create health potions, so I think that's a good idea. So health potion is mead and sage, so we have got them, so let's craft them. Did it upgrade my alchemy? Well, I don't know if it did. Okay, so I guess that's all I can do in alchemy at the moment. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it's some sort of blood draining chamber. A lot of people being cut up here. It is time, my brothers, you cry. Woe is us, we escaped death only for it to follow us here to Avalon. But I say, all is not lost, we have been delivered to our salvation, to the one place where we can fight the Red Death and win. For Avalon holds what our homelands did not, the weirdness. Many see the weirdness as a curse, but I believe it's our path to survival. We must not fear it, we must welcome it. This can heal us. Seek the edge of the weirdness, embrace it, let it cure our afflictions. To the brave and the faithful, spread the word, prepare your tools, cast out doubts and fear, and open your minds to the weirdness as our saving grace. I'm not liking where he is wanting to take it. Oh, we've got a chest here, so we'll take the spirit. I'll have that. Don't know if that means I can make another potion. Let's have a go with the lockpick. We'll go right this time. And there we go. Managed to unlock it in the end. Had to fumble around a bit there, but we got there. And we get a chest full of crafting ingredients. So maybe we can make some more potions. I've got some more health potions here, actually. Ah, I don't believe that. I've just found the spell that I switched out. So, yeah, the exact same spell I found. I wonder now if I go back to my original playthrough, if that would have been still there, or if it would have been. It is what it is. Some more coin and swift steps, whatever swift, I'm guessing that's a potion to make you run faster. Movement speed for 20 seconds. The history of the island asylum. You know what? I'm gonna not read this. I'll leave it there on screen if you want to pause the video to have a nose at it. Oh, well then, it only means tags. We've going quests. Great escape. Ooh. Catherine died in childbirth in one of the cells of the island asylum. I should tell her husband the truth. So once we finally crawl our way out of this dungeon, we've got to track down Catherine's husband and deliver the worst possible news ever. Of the mana potion, of the hearts. Again, I'll leave that there for you to have a read through Murrian's methods of separating the mind. Oh, I thought I could take them, but obviously not. Alright, what we got over here? We do have a door, though. Some more. Oh, I don't know if I want the spoiled meat. Might get rid of that. I don't think spoiled meat's got to be worth anything, is it? Let's just take the bone meal. Right, we're left with a gaping hole in the wall to go and have a look, or we can open the cell door here. I think let's try the door first. I'll have the apples, I'll take the picture. Oh, I've entered third person. That is another red priest over there, and I'm running around like picking up apples was the world. I think I'm going to have to take him out, aren't I? Flaming butterfly. Of the sage, though. Can I get him to come and open the gate instead of me using lockpicks? Well, let me just go and try the alchemy station. See if I can make any more. we can. So just quickly while I do this, I am going to check to see if my alchemy does go up. It definitely went up. And I'll try a... Oof, I need more mead. I'm going to try the small mana potion as well. Okay. Oh, what's this? Moonshine. What does that do? Oh. Okay. Go back with me health potion. Let's try it. 14 alchemy. Oh, you know what? I think let's just double up my health potions. And unfortunately, that's no good for health. Ale, so I will use that for my mana potion again. Okay, let's leave that there. My alchemy is up to 15. Right, can I get him to come and open the door for us? Oh, it opens without. I've just noticed I didn't have my correct weapon loadout on, which could have been quite embarrassing. I was going to go into that fisticuffs.
I am prepared for this.
Oh, there's two of them.
Purge the unclean! You fueled my hope. You'll suffer for your sins!
Yeah, I panicked quite badly there. I wasn't expecting two of them. And, yeah, I kept pressing buttons that weren't supposed to. Noob effects. Also, I kept snagging on the environment when I was backing up, so fighting in small rooms is something I need to adjust to fast. I do think I need to pack them in. Add my meal in there, make sure I've got health. Ooh. Ooh, who's this guy? Well, I think he's locked away. I think he should be safe.
Who's there? Forgive me, but my eyes fail me these days. You shouldn't be here. I'm very, very sick.
Brother Sirius. Who are you?
I am Brother Sirius. Your question suggests that you are not one of the Red Priests. Did you escape yourself? You really should have stayed there. We can't let the plague spread any further. Although, I understand. When I discovered that I'd fallen ill, I asked to be placed in a cell. I sought to understand the experiments from the patient's perspective. To learn which stimuli provoke the strongest reactions. And I also wanted to equip my brothers with new tools for their work.
Do the Red Priests really cure?
We've had some success, treating it up to the 4th stage. But it's still a gamble. Sometimes we manage to push the disease from stage 3 back to stage 1, only to see it jump to stage 5 as soon as treatment stops. We believe that with the weirdness, we could eliminate this randomness.
How would the weirdness cure the Red Death?
The weirdness, my child, is pure potential. That's the theory. In practice, we tried to direct its power where we needed it most. The effects, shall we say, varied.
Well, you don't look well. It looks like your illness has progressed quite far. Well, he does look like he's been through a cheese grater, so let's go with that.
4th stage, if I'm not mistaken. We've identified 6, so I'm not far from my end. The 1st stage is the most treacherous, when the symptoms are almost invisible. But that's when the disease spreads fastest. It was the same with me. From the 2nd to 4th stages, the symptoms become visible. Fever, tooth loss, painful sores, festering wounds that won't heal. The last 2 stages are visceral, the worst possible. The victim's insides burn up, turning to mush. The brain starts to die, and the body becomes a mindless shell. That's what's ahead of me.
Sorry to hear that. It don't sound like a very nice end.
May the Prophet's word be a safe haven for you.
So I'm going around slaying your compadres, and you're quite happy sat there. Oh, so we get a rest function. I'll take your cup. I'm going to leave him. He's pale. I'm not a total beast. Do I want to rest in a dungeon? Just for the sake of having a look. So I'm now well rested. Does that mean my health is... my health was fine anyway. There's nothing in these books. Treat like a common patient. Oh, what we got here? Small mana potion, that's about it. Ah, so I can mine, and is that because I've picked the pickaxe up? Oh, that's cool. Rocks 3. Ah, that's good. I can actually get through the corridor, but where is that? Ah, so it just brings us back out here. But it's interesting to know. So can I mine there as well? I can't mine there. Blood transfusion. Ah, that's the spell that we started out with. Alright, so it looks like I've got 2 spells now. Does that mean I can actually set up 2 different loadouts? Okay, yeah, this actually makes sense. I can create a new loadout, keep my Burning Ember spell, and then equip the new Blood Transfusion in the other hand. Then for my original loadout, I can swap out the spell that I had and put my shield in there instead. So now we've got 2 setups. We've got our full magic loadout, and then we've got our stamina focus setup, which includes a shield. Alright, nice. I can block with the shield here and then swap back to full spell casting. So I think the plan then is maybe open up with my magic, try and damage things as fast as possible, and then swap out to my stamina once my mana bar gives up. In a way, I'm kind of glad I've got my health restore again. We've got some prayers here. I don't know what these are any need of, but I will take them. I don't like leaving anything behind. So what are we doing on the old... still got quite a lot of storage space left. I don't think we've got anything new in here. Got tons of things to sell. I just need to find a store to sell them at. You don't get many stores in dungeons. Now, do I go down here and find out where this is going to take us? Right, so the question is, do we go down the gaping hole in the wall full of dark and dinginess, or do we go back on myself and go down into the cellars where we heard the voices? The cellars, down the path where we heard the voices talking about potions. I think we're going to go down here. We've got some wild mushrooms. I just need to make sure I remember which areas we haven't fully explored yet, especially now that we're starting to branch out deeper into this dungeon. Ooh, the tunnel branches out a bit here now. Let's go and have a look through here. Sounds like some of the prisoners aren't affected by the Red Death and are actually trying to get out.
I've already told you everything, I swear. Wait, you're not... You're a prisoner. Go. Escape while you still can. No, I won't make it. Besides, they threw me into a cell that once held a patient in the final stages of the disease. I'm probably sick already. Go. Don't worry about me. I'm not worth it.
Looks like Brother Cassian isn't one of them that's coming with us, so... So can I get out of here? Ah, so I can lockpick. So it's like there are real lower depths of the dungeon here. Oh, there's definitely somebody up there. Ooh, do I go straight into that room now? Well, that might be where all that shouting was coming from. I must probably expect a battle. But we have got a few cells here. Might be worth just checking those out first. Who's this? Dagger. Severe disability due to nerve damage and muscular atrophy. In the event of an emergency procedure, follow enhanced protective measures to ensure the safety of all brothers involved. Ooh. I wonder if I let her out, she'll go running amok, or will she'll go for me? He's prone to self-harm. I'm not sure if letting these people out will be good for me or not. Right, it goes on and on, this place. I think I'm going to go and find out what's in that first room. Or do we take the chance with these and let them out? She ain't going to attack me just
You're
yet.
not a priest. Get out of here. Go away before they see you with me. What did you do? You monster.
Oh. Oh, wow, yeah, I definitely picked the wrong answer there. Where did she even get a knife from? That feels like a terrible decision. You really shouldn't leave sharp objects around prisoners, especially ones that might use them on me. That feels like a massive failure in prison management. Well, I thought once I had the knife and the shield in my hand, the buttons would be okay, but it's not the case. I was still pressing my left mouse button when I tried to dodge. Anyway, obviously that wasn't the correct answer for danger. Alright, I just paused the game there for a second to see if I could bind my loadouts directly to my mouse instead of constantly pulling up the wheel, which pauses the game, and swapping between my magic loadout and my shield and knife loadout. Went into the controls, and yeah, you can bind each loadout to separate buttons. I've got a 6-button mouse, nothing special, bit of a bog standard one really. I do have a couple of spare buttons to work with. I've managed to bind those 2 separate loadouts to one of each of the spare buttons I've got on my mouse. After a bit of practice, this makes swapping loadouts so much smoother. Huge quality of life improvement already. So hopefully I'll get to practice that in combat shortly. Also, on top of that, I've managed to map the quick slot item to my middle mouse wheel button. So instead of hitting the X button to use a potion or food in mid-fight, I can actually just click my middle mouse wheel button and I will use whatever in my quick slot for that at that moment in time. It's a small change, but it makes using items feel way more natural in the middle of a fight. Well, I hope it does at least. Let's see how all this plays out now. But we'll have a quick look in Dager's cell. Well, she's not going to be needing these anymore, is she? I don't know if there's any money in these bits. There's nothing. No, let's close that now. Do we have a look with... Is that Ian? He's prone to self-harm. We've got 10 lockpicks. Let's have a go. That wasn't good. Theft is up to 17. We're getting a bit better. Let's have a... Oh dear, this isn't looking good in here. Ian, what's going on? What have you done to yourself? Can you hear me?
You hear me? Hear me. Can go now.
Yep, he's is no use whatsoever. Okay, I'm just going to lock him in just in case he does what come up behind me and splatter me brains in. So we haven't really got much... Oh, we do have this one to look at. This one does look a bit more interesting. Oh, an origin potion. So resets your skills and stat points. That actually really sounds useful. Definitely something to hang on to because I am sure I am absolutely going to mess this build up at least once. So that is definitely handy. So this patient's got visible mutations from the weirdness. The horns on her head are remarkable. I wish she'd be more cooperative. Surely she holds knowledge we lack. I've tried to persuade her, but she remains defiant. Why? Lives are at stake. She called us children stumbling in the dark, so why won't she help us? Yeah, something tells me she's not the problem here. If an entire group of scientists can't get the answer and the patient calls them children stumbling in the dark, I am inclined to believe her. Also, just a thought, maybe if you stopped experimenting on her, she might be more cooperative, but that is just a thought. Okay, so we've got another experiment involving the same patient by the sounds. This Pictish individual, and from the sound of it, they're basically using them as a living test subject to fight the Red Death. Feels like they're trying to extract some kind of immunity or anti-serum from them, which, yeah, kind of explains a lot why they're not really that cooperative. Okay, nothing else we can... No, I've taken that. I don't know why I keep taking all this rubbish. Okay, moment of truth. This is where We definitely heard something here. There's definitely something going on there. It looks like they've splattered one of the guards here. Oh dear.
And who the hell are you? Another one of those red dogs? Say a prayer to your goddess and get ready to die, scum!
He's very cocksure of himself.
Then why are you dressed in their bloody rags? Well, I see you bear the marks of torture too. Maybe the priest messed with your mind, because one more moment and you'd be dead.
Should I go with that? We don't know who'd be the one lying here. Oh, do I go with it?
It didn't break your spirit, I see. That's good. But save your strength for the red pricks if you want to make it out of this place. Nothing good. They thought they'd break me fast like some Camalosian wimp. Big mistake on their part. Besides, I doubt they were waking you up with a kiss on your forehead either. Conchur, from the Dalrieta pup, if you hadn't already guessed that much. Really? Now's a good time for a chat. You think the red pricks will just wait around while we gab? If you make it to the Forlorn Swords, you'll meet the tribes. Right now, you'd better focus on getting your arse out of here. I don't know. Barely saw anything, because I was either knocked out or had blood in me eyes. You're lucky to have someone risking their own arse to help you out. With great bloody difficulty, that's how. Those bastards laid a trap, hoping I'd be easy pickings. They ended up needing damn near a full army to take me down. There was mead. There were women. One thing led to another, and I woke up with my pants around my ankles, surrounded by gobshites in red. I was fighting with me bare arse hanging out, and I still managed to kill a dozen of them. Useless knobs. Someone must have put something in the mead.
I'd be careful why your arse was hanging out. Sounds like someone's got hit with a rehypnol.
No time for a chinwag, just get the hell out of here.
New journal entry. So, let's have a look in the journal. Conchur, sorry, it's just a little bit about Conchur, or how you pronounce that. If he's not, where did he go? I'll take everything. I'll take everything. And we got some more prisoners there. Oh my god. Is that thing dead? What the hell's that? Do we go in there? Who's this guy? Aegon. Can I talk to you through the gates? Didn't get a level up then.
Are you trying to escape, my child? That's very brave of you, I must say. Escape? Me? But this is exactly where I should be. I appreciate your offer, but I believe fate has brought me here for a reason. That's why I'll stay and see what happens.
Well, you're a bit naive.
Torture, you say? That's very interesting. I haven't experienced any torture here. I know that whatever ails me, the Red Priests will do everything they can to heal me. I doubt that. You'll soon see that things aren't always what they seem at first glance. This way of thinking has never failed me.
Again, there's a lot of these prisoners with really good positive looks on life despite the situations that they're in.
Safe travels, my child. May fate be on your side.
I don't think there's anything. I'm not going to bother with all these pails. I have a feeling they're not worth anything. I'm going to leave you in there. What else? We got anything in there? Medic's measuring tool, a few jars. I'll take them, you never know. Got a lot of these medics, swords and drills piling up now. Anybody stops me, you know, I could very well pass for a doctor. Right. Do I have a look? Species, brain. Staff must wear enchanted full body protective suits. Glove must be reinforced with anti-piercing materials. Given the Bugane's powerful bite. Oh, I think it looks dead. I think it looks dead. So let's go for it. Right, always does seem to be the way to go with these lockpicks. I'm gonna get another level up on the thieving. Now up to 19. Bugane's tail. I'll take it. This poor sod. Ooh, we've got a blue. Lesser health ring. Increase max health by 5. We'll have a look at that. So I'll add this on. Oh, that is one hell of a nasty looking. Kind of almost looks a bit like the mole rat things you get in Fallout. Let's have a look at inventory. Let's have a look in my bag. Yeah, I might as well equip this magical ring, right? That's a no-brainer. And the Bugane tail looks like it's a crafting region, so we'll hang on to that as well. Let me double check my armour real quick, just in case I have picked up something better. Damn though, look at all this stuff. I don't know how I'm carrying all this around. It should sell for a decent chunk of gold though, surely, once I get out of here. So quick check, magic ring is equipped, and we have also got 2 ring slots here. Everything else looks pretty standard with these type of games. We've got boots, ring, necklace, capes, you know, your straightforward equipment layout. Got another red priest banged up here and done in. So that's the be all and end all of up here. I guess it's time we go back on ourselves. So that's the way we came in. Alright, we've pretty much searched everything around here, although the corridor opens up at the end of this here, so let's head down there and see what's awaiting for us. Ah, so this actually looks like the room where I could hear those guards talking about the potion making, and I was hiding up there trying to find the key. Maybe just have a quick scout out. There is people down here somewhere because we've heard them talking. I just want to make sure that the room is empty. We've got a few holes in the walls there as well. And another dead red guard. We've got a wooden club. Is that wooden club better than what we've got here? Requires 2 strength. I guess I don't have strength then. But it does look a bit more damaging. Blunt force trauma. 11 to 13, where I'm only doing 8 to 10 at the moment. Attributes. I only have 1 strength, so for the time being, I am going to leave that. Doesn't appear to be anybody else in here. Let me go and do my loot round, see if we can find anything. Take the small health bottle. More dead priests. Oh dear. This person is seriously being tortured. I'll take the empathy. And we've got another hole through here as well. Let's take the bone meal. So I do think it's going to be a good region for alchemy. We've got another passageway down here as well. We've got a few passageways leading out this room. Alright, we found another cooking pot. Do we actually have enough ingredients to make anything from our known recipes? Unfortunately, no, we're a little light on materials there. That said, we can try the random experiment option, just throw a bunch of stuff into a pot and hope something edible comes out on the other side. And nope, just undercooked food. A lot more potions for us. So, new recipe, bloodsucker potion. Ooh. Peppermint. So we've got a new recipe there, but do we have an alchemy station? Some more brains. Some more monster blood. Some wolfsbane. And that's pretty much it. This looks like an alchemy station. So, let's have a look, see if we can do anything here. We have got bloodsucker potion, increased lifesteal by 10% for 20 seconds. Now, I'm not entirely sure how that works. Does that just boost the lifesteal on our magic spell that we've got equipped? Or does lifesteal apply through some other mechanical together? I'm not sure. Either way, let's go ahead and craft it. Worst case, we'll figure it out the fun way. Can't do any more bloodsucker, but we have got some room for some mana potions. So we're now into 16. Might as well get them done. Okay, alchemy's up to 16. Alright, I think that is as good a time to stop before this turns into a full documentary here. We've officially gone over an hour now, so we'll call that episode 1 done. I'll definitely be carrying on with this game. I'm only into the very first section of the map, so I've got no idea yet whether this turns into something truly epic. But so far, I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing. Hopefully this episode has been useful to some of you out there, especially any fellow midlife gamers who are getting back into the gaming like I am. It gives me strong vibes of your Skyrims, your Fallouts, your Elder Scrolls, that kind of slower, exploratory RPG experience. If you enjoy those games, I think this one's heading in that similar direction. I still haven't escaped the dungeon yet, which probably says more about me than the actual game, mostly because I've been looting everything, and yeah, that's not going to change. I am a loot goblin. I hate to admit it. I've got to pick it up. I want to make the money. Anyway, in the next episode, we'll head further down in these dungeon paths, see where they lead, and maybe, just maybe, we might actually escape. Thanks very much to anybody who has watched. Feel free to leave any comments, tips, or suggestions, especially if you know how to remap these controls. So left click equals left hand attack, and right equals right hand attack. That would be a lifesaver for me. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next episode. Take care, and I'll see you then.